Orleans now and a demand for answers following the escape of 10 hardened criminals. Surveillance video at the jail captured the brazen breach.
All right, you guys. So let's talk about it. Something straight out of a movie, but this is in fiction and it's sure not the Shawshank Redemption. 10 inmates. And when I'm looking at the video, it almost looked like there was more than 10. I had to go back and keep recounting, but 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Parish Jail, and they didn't come through or escape through the front door. They didn't escape through a transfer. They escaped through a hole behind a toilet. So let me say that again. A hole behind a toilet. So now I gotta ask, how does a group of men, some that are charged with murder and armed robbery, manage to squeeze through a wall, crawl through a pipe chase, and then scale a barbed wire fence without anybody noticing until the next morning? How does that even happen in 2025? They're stating that there was no sheriff on duty and that there was just a civilian on duty that night. And when she went to go, I guess, warm up her food, this is when they made their escape. And you get this, they left graffiti near the escape route that said, "Too easy, laughing out loud, and catch us when you can." Now, I did giggle a little bit at that message, but if you really think about it, this is not funny at all. And people there in the community, they are demanding answers. They want to know, how did this happen?
Observed on the video later this morning. We had to pull that video.
He said you observed at 1 a.m.
So let's be clear. I said what we observed on the video through investigation. So yes, when they looked at the video this morning after the staff realized they were gone, my investigators found that at 1 a.m. that's what happened.
So no one was watching live video all night at the jail?
I won't say no one was watching live video.
Then how did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras.
How did nobody see them leaving the jail?
There are over 900 cameras in
No,
this
it's
facility.
just, how did no one see a massive jailbreak?
The why and how is part of the investigation. So we have interviewed, I think, all of our employees, and we are interviewing all of the residents of that particular pod as well. And then there's a lot of people that you've got to wade through their interviews to find out, to get down to the details of what happened. There was somebody on duty.
Sheriff, a source told us that phone calls haven't been monitored over the past week, and escaped inmates were planning how they were going to get out through phone calls. Were y'all monitoring phone calls?
We monitor phone calls all the time. There are 1,400 people in this jail, over the city council 1250 limit. So can you monitor every single person every day? No, we don't have the bodies to do that. But we do monitor, and we rely on tips, and we have an intelligence unit that monitors what's going on in the jail. There's a lot of things at any given time going on.
But it's your job. It's your job to monitor every single person in this facility every day.
Visually, with our deputies on the pods. Yes.
I did have a question. The former sheriff, Marlon Gusman, he disputes the claims that there were a lot of issues here at the facility after he left. Do you stand by your statement about the issues with it? And also, we learned that you have a $14 million fund balance. Why wasn't that money used to repair the locks? If you could talk about that.
Can I speak I can speak more intelligently, I believe, to the physical plan in the jail. Not necessarily design, but at some point this jail was planned, and it was obviously planned to be a minimum custody facility. I don't know what the dynamics of the population was in New Orleans as far as those incarcerated around that time, but that is not the dynamic now. Right now we have 24 pods, and 90% of those pods are populated with high security inmates. Those are people that are predatory, assaultive, violent, and aggressive. So we were in the process now of developing an ad-seg unit, because we identified a large number of individuals that needed to be on some type of restrictive housing environment that did not exist at this facility. So it's plenty of deficiencies when we start to talk about the physical plan. So it's not correct to say that those things didn't exist because, I mean, they're prevalent.
This
So
whole
you
thing
said you had a
this-
convicted,
This
you had a
jail opened in
convicted.
2015 and 2022 they never had a jailbreak. So when you say it's not built for that or it's not ready,
You gotta think about
they never had a jailbreak from 2015 to 2022 like
The
this.
sheriff says it all the time. She talks about the 83% recidivism rate. So you got people in and out of here all the time. So they've been here and
But you just said this is a minimum
Let him
security.
answer the
No, I said
You said it's a minimum security facility.
I said it was built, had to be built for a minimum. So you start
They had
talking-
maximum
you had-
security
you
inmates
had-
in
you
here
started
from
talking
2015 to
about-
2022.
You started talking about lock. I don't know of a max security inmate. Right now they had an objective classification system in place. I don't know if that was in place to identify properly if there were max security. It may have been everybody clumped together. We know now, based on our objective criteria, that we do have people that are classified at a higher security level than what this particular facility was built for.
Yeah, Chief,
Talking
you
about
had
failures
Jay,
in the
you had
project,
Jay,
is
you
there
had.
a maintenance and
Chris,
service
we're gonna go to
contract
David for a
at this
second.
time in place? Is there a
Chris.
maintenance and service
All right, so I'm going to cut it short right there because everybody's talking all over each other and I just can't. But since this happened, authorities have been working tirelessly to find and apprehend these fugitives. As of today, I think we know 3 of those that have escaped have been recaptured. Kendall Miles was found under a car at a hotel garage in the French Quarter. DeCannon Dennis and Robert Moody were also apprehended and they are currently in custody. However, though, there are 7 inmates that remain at large, including Derek Groves, who was charged with second-degree murder. And then the FBI has also joined the manhunt, and a $5,000 reward is being offered for information leading to their capture. So this incident has sparked some widespread concern and criticism. Some of the local officials, including Louisiana Attorney General Liz Muriel and District Attorney Jason Williams, they have labeled this escape as unacceptable. So the delayed discovery, the 7 hours after the escape, this has prompted questions about the adequacy of basically the monitoring systems and the possibility of internal assistance. So I'm going to wrap it up here, but let me know before I leave. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about all of this, but also let me know what measures do you think can be implemented to prevent such escapes in the future, and how can we ensure that the phone system, the communication system, can be monitored to where it's both effective but also respectful of privacy too. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Drop down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Now, before you head out, please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from what's happening.